Folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Really do appreciate you being here. If you are new here, my name's Chris and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Now, over the last, for the last 6 months in detail, I have been sharing what my business looks like, how I run it, how I operate it, and what a day in the life each week looks like. And I've been sharing the ups and downs, or as I like to call it, the roller coasters. And look, a lot of this week is that. It's a lot of roller coasters. There's a lot of moving things that happen this week. I've had a lot of personal appointments that have popped up that has required me to step in and out of the business, which is actually pretty good of why the reason I'm building the business the way I am is because I don't want to be the main part of the business. I don't want to be that bottleneck. However, it was definitely tested this week because I did not have my photographer the whole week. They've been away on holidays for a break, which is fair enough, which meant I had to do things a little bit different this week. Now, for me, the focus really was doing the essentials, focusing on filling in the gaps, and just making sure I keep the lights on or business as usual. Now, a lot of this is normal. This is what we have to do anyway for the business, but I think at the same time, I also have to just reevaluate and making sure I don't take any of that for granted of the way that I am building the business. I also took some time away at the end of the week. I picked up Carla from the airport and we did spend the weekend away. So it has been a bit of a different kind of week, shuffling around, doing a lot of different things, but I'll take you through all those details. Now, if you do have any questions along the way, you can jump down in the comments below and please ask a question. I usually like to bring them into the episodes if it makes sense to. Otherwise, I do go ahead and answer any question that does come through or any comment. I do reply to them all. So feel free to ask away. Now, if you do stick around to the end of the video, I do have some lessons that I'm going to talk about for the end of this video. Basically my takeaways from the week. I've also got timestamps down below as well. If you want to jump around to a certain day or a certain topic maybe that I've included into this video, by all means, please jump into those as well. And final thing is, if you do stick around to the end, I've also got the financials for the week and where we're tracking for the first month so far for FY25, and that is July 2024. So lots to go through, lots to take you through. Let's get into it. And folks, it's Monday morning. What's going on? I'm super excited because, well, I guess I'm excited, but at the same time, it scares the heck out of me. And that is, today is the 1st of July, 2024, which is FY25, which means not only do we start from zero for the week, not only do we start from zero for the month, but we start from zero for the year, a new financial year. And yesterday we ended on doing my best month ever, just by like $30, yeah, about 30 bucks, which is really encouraging to be able to continue to do that. Even profit wise, we did pretty well, but the profit's a little skewed because I didn't have all my full payments, full expenses come through this month. Some of them were delayed into the new financial year, which was just a timing thing. So, but I'm still happy, I'll take it. We've finished the year pretty strong. Jeepers, there's a lot to talk about. Nothing bad, nothing crazy, just lots on my mind. So new financial year, I've got to do a lot of admin. I've been working on that over the weekend, also been doing it this morning, but I'm still going to do a whole bunch of paperwork and admin work around my sheet, getting set up for goals, how I'm tracking things. I finished setting up all my, basically where we landed in terms of stock numbers and setting up the new baseline of stock for the new financial year and all that jazz. It's quite complicated. Not really, I do have my reseller spreadsheet that Ethan and I have made, which makes it very easy. But you just want to be on top of it, making sure you understand it. So that's going to take a couple of days to just get all my other stuff ready and sorted and get that in a position that I'm happy with. That aside, today is probably going to be a little interesting. So this whole week, my photographer's away. It was a planned holiday. It wasn't confirmed until about last week, but it means this week I'm running the shop, which I definitely don't take it for granted having someone work for me. We're going to do a pick, pack and post today. I've got to do a couple of calls to some people for the software for my business for using for postage services. Just seeing what is out there to see if we can make things a little bit better. I've got to also pick up the 2,000 items of postage supplies, which didn't come last week, unfortunately. That's meant to be there today. So at some stage through the day, I need to nick out and pick all that up. Some guy's just speeding his guts out, jeepers. At some time today, I need to go pick that up because tomorrow I'm going to take my van in. It's going to be in there for 2 days, which means I won't be able to pick up any of the stock. So hopefully that comes today, but it also means it's going to screw me up a little bit in terms of timing. So we'll just take one 1 hour as it comes. Other than that, the focus really is, yeah, just admins, getting things done today, and then any spare time that I have, I'll do any photos. I did actually do a bit of a thrift on the weekend, with that video would have come out already. So I got to do some filming of that, and I'll probably focus on getting those things listed as well. Don't have a huge amount of orders. I think maybe 24, 27. I didn't end up doing my postage last night because I did the math and I was really only going to save about $20 by doing it. So I was just like, I'm just going to be bubble going into the unit. Yeah, it's all happening. I've got my eBay coffee, which I'm super happy with. It's cold. Jeepers, it's going to be one of those days, I think. Just lots to happen, but let's make it happen. And this week, actually, this whole week's going to be interesting because I've got to take the car in, change it around. I've got to go back to the physio and get the van back. And then I've got picking up Carla from the airport this week as well. And then Friday, we're actually going away. We're going down to Torquay for the weekend. So it's not the kind of week of, you know, crazy busyness in terms of doing big deals and stuff, but it's definitely going to be busy in a whole different manner. So anyway, enough on that. I'll see you at the shop. Yo, let's get set up. Bit of coffee on the face. New week. All right, I'll quickly show you what's what. What do we got here? All right, we're on 72,723, which ain't too bad. We did drop down from the 73. We've got 28 orders actually going out. There we go. Didn't even realize. Got a couple of offers to send. All right, so I'm going to start getting stuff out and just get cracking. I do actually also need to take you through some of the op shop stuff. Well, not you, but you in another video. I'll get that out, and then I'll flat lay it out and just see what it needs to go for washing. And yeah, into the thick of it. Let's go. All right, not too much going out, but a whole bunch of clothes. One thing that's pretty cool is this was the, I picked these up in last week's video actually on the Thursday, listed them, sold them for, I think they went for 47 plus postage. We've got a whole bunch of electronics going out as well. Some Star Wars figurines. Nothing too fancy. We do have a couple of jackets going out. They were pretty cool. But nothing super out of the ordinary, just really bread and butter stuff. So I'm going to get packing. Actually, here's a cool item. This one is a Fear shirt. Got this one from, I believe this one's from Old Mate. I think it was from you. Maybe it was from someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, this one has gone international. It's going to, where's it going? To Denmark. How cool is that? Denmark, and with postage and everything, taxes, they've paid $96.56. This one's a bit of an interesting one. This is a US Air Force windbreaker. I haven't really done much Army stuff. You have to be careful with it because some of it can be, you know, obviously used as uniforms and impersonation. But this one has done well. I've been trying to get into this category a little bit more to see what's what. And this one's gone for $51.20, so ain't too bad. All right, been a bit of a slow moment there. Postage is all done. I've been on the phone to Interparcel actually, which is the new software I'm thinking about using for being able to do the shipping and picking and processing things a little bit quicker. So just been chatting to lovely gentleman there. Now I'm going to trial it once another order comes through. All right, so I haven't heard from Australia Post about my pickup of stock yet, which is a little unfortunate. So I'm probably going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to probably get into doing some photos. We've got all this to do actually, so, and then I'll get into the normal stuff. Oh, it's cold. All right, time for some lunch, and we've got leftovers. What's even better, it's leftover pizza. Tell me, are you a cold pizza kind of fella or girl, or does it have to be reheated? For me, cold's fine. You beauty. I'm going to enjoy this, and then I'm going to get some work happening. All right, folks, it's been a while. Just been doing some photos and whatnot, and I think I'm probably going to finish up now. So I've done got those all done, and I've started on another one over here. I've also done the books and whatnot from that I got from the op shop. But it's now 3 o'clock. I've just been doing a bit of admin, had some phone calls, just for some different bits and bobs. I need to go run some more errands, so I'm going to go actually pack this up. I'm going to go to my local post office, drop all this off. They haven't got back to me. I've messaged them if they've actually received all the stock. They haven't. Well, sorry, they haven't responded. There's a chance that, not that this has any relevance to you, but the reason why I want to make sure I get the stock today is because the van goes in. I'm not going to have the van for a couple of days, and the amount of stock that I'm getting, I don't know if they're going to be able to store it at their shop because it's a fair bit. So I wanted to kind of get that today, and then if I am getting it today, I need to come back here and put it away because the van goes in tomorrow morning at 7:30. So it could be a little exciting. I think I'm just going to rock up there, hoping that it's there. If it's there, it means that we're able to, well, if it's there, it means I can come back here. It might mean I'm here a bit late, but that's what I'm going to try and do. Oh, actually, I just got a text. Sorry, did not come today. Hopefully tomorrow. Don't worry about pickup. I'll drop some tomorrow while on the way home. Or why picking? Oh, okay. Jeepers. All right. Jeepers. Anyway, I'm still going to pack up. I've got to go run some errands anyway. And didn't get much photos done. It looks like we've only done 25. I took a break and started doing the books down here because my back was getting sore. But I think tomorrow I've got to drop my van off at like 7:30. So hopefully I can get here by 9 o'clock. And then I'll just be focusing on doing photos first, and I'll do postage and packaging a little bit later in the day. That way we can just hopefully get as much done. It would be good if I can get 50, 60 done tomorrow. And it might mean taking a break in between. And then on Wednesday, got backpacks, then I'm seeing the physio to get an update on how things are going with my back and see if there's anything else we can do. So never a dull day. That's it from me, folks. I've got so much admin to do for the end of FY as well, so I'll probably spend a bit of time doing that this evening too. If anything else pops up, I will tell you. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Ciao. I'm still here. I was just actually getting ready for tomorrow and just putting stuff away and getting out what I want to photo. And I realized I've still got a whole bunch of trading cards. I got all these from that big deal that I got from Old Man Collects, and there's some pretty cool stuff in here. This is all the garbage gang. There's a whole stack of these. I haven't even gone through them. It's been a while. So maybe I could do some quick wins tomorrow with those, just to help with the back situation. I don't have to stand as much. There's probably easily 30 listings here. I'll probably go through and do them individually. Anyway, just sharing. Maybe that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So, ciao. Folks, and just like that, it is Tuesday, and I'm in a different vehicle. So, been up at the crack of dawn, dropped off the van. You know, I'm in a little Hyundai i30, so I've got this for the next couple of days. So, a bit of change of driving style. Not too bad, a zippy little thing. So today, the big plan is I've just grabbed myself a cheeky coffee from Macca's. Had to go to Lou's, so got to grab a coffee. Actually, also got a sausage and egg McMuffin and a hash brown. Good stuff. So the plan today is back to the unit, heading from here, and then we'll be focusing on doing photos, probably do some clothing, and then we'll do a pick, pack and post, and then I'll probably do maybe some other stuff afterwards, such as the trading cards and things like that. Just see how we go with the back. Yeah, I think that's really the main thing. Just do the grunt work today. And it's kind of it. I know it doesn't sound that exciting, but this is the reality of it. Just got to do the work. Nothing crazy happening today. As I said, I didn't end up getting the post supply, so that will probably come later in the week, hopefully when I get the van back. But really just doubling down on photos and stuff today. So, and I'll be testing out the new shipping process with the new tool that I'm using, which is Interparcel. So that'll be fun as well, I guess. Fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to enjoy a quick little snack, and then I will I'll see you at the unit. All right, team, we're here. I've just got a return that's come through, so I'm just going to open that up and do a quick spot check. Sometimes I actually, I don't even look at the item. If it's a low bay item, I don't even look at it. I just refund them and then I relist it later. But this was a $75 item, and it always makes me nervous when people are sending it back, because they tend to not treat it the same way it was sent. So we'll see. And obviously last week I had that issue with the return where they put chewing gum on it or something. So it probably wasn't intentional, I'm just saying. But this looks like it's been packed pretty well. They just said it didn't fit, so that's fine by me. They folded it up nice. Make sure the zip's still, make sure the zip's still working and all that jazz. And we're good to go. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. So we'll go ahead and we'll relist this one and put it back into stock. All right, we're here. I'll quickly just give you an update of where we are with the dollars and stuff, and then I'm going to get into some photos and do some work. So we have dropped down a little bit. Don't know how well you can see this, but we're on 72,573. We've got 9 orders going out today, and I'm going to wait a little bit. There's actually about 13 items. Someone's got a couple of different a multi-quantity order. I'll refund this person. Yeah, so just going to get cracking on doing some photos, and then we'll do a pick, pack and post a little bit later today. So all right, team, it's been a while. I've finished a total of 35. I basically just did it all the way up until lunch. Have had to stop once to let the phone do a bit of a charge. Now it's just doing a second charge and doing an upload. This phone's getting so old, I'm going to have to get a new one soon, I think, because the battery just... just making sure that's actually charging. Yes, it is. So they're uploading, and I'm gonna have some lunch in a minute. I haven't actually had any questions come through, so I won't be answering any questions. I might talk through just something that's been popping up a bit. I'm gonna have some lunch, and then we're gonna do a pick, pack and post, and then we will do the second half of photos, whether we do more clothing or I might actually get into these trading cards. It's about time. Lunchtime. All right, today I just got a standard roll with some avocado and cheese and some sriracha sauce. So I wanted to talk about something really briefly. I'm not talking about goals in too much detail today, but obviously going into the new financial year, starting to think about what are the goals, what are the things that I want to be doing and achieving. And I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, where I said that I'm always trying to put a carrot in front of me to make sure I'm building momentum, because otherwise I get complacent and I slow down and I don't necessarily put as much work into it. So like, especially this week things aren't moving quickly, so therefore I tend to pull out a little bit, pull back, because like, I don't have my worker here, I'm having to do a lot of work, and the whole intention of me building this business is that I don't have to do a lot of the work, but things are happening on a ongoing basis, and that's really what my focus has been, is building that out, right? Whether it's the space, the people working for me, you know, doing the listings and things like that, and doing the photos. So this week it really does challenge me, because it helps me understand what I want, what do I want to see happening. And also it's been a quiet week, so I start to think about things, I start to challenge things, I start to doubt things, all these different things. Like, this is the roller coasters. Now we've landed on about 205,000 for the FY. I've got to just finalize all that, make sure the numbers are correct and reconcile. But you know, looking into the new financial year, this year alone, I'm on track to potentially, for 2024, I'm probably going to land around that 250,000 from a calendar year standpoint, which means I know that I can hit that for the next financial year. But you know, how do I continue to make that consistent? And the point that I'm trying to make here is, there's been still a lot of pushback of people saying my revenue is so high, but you know, my profits aren't realistic. Well, my profits are continuing to increase, and yes, profits are the most important thing. The good thing is the profits are for me. The profits aren't for you, and the profits aren't for anyone else. Obviously, my staff take up a lot of that profit, but I'm also not having to do the work that they have to do. So I have a bit more flexibility and takes the mental load off my head. Just so people understand, I paid just shy of $25,000 out to 2 people last financial year. and majority of that went to the person that's working onshore, because they're getting paid $30 plus they get paid super, and I'm paying tax for them. So there's a lot there. But in order for me to grow, in order for my profit to grow, two things either have to happen. We need to sell more to make more revenue, because if my percentage of net profit does not change, basically I have to do more to get more for me. Otherwise, I need to change the bottom line. The only way for me to change the bottom line, the only number that I can control, is basically my cost of good and potentially the items I'm selling. Now, I can control the items I'm selling in terms of what I can source. At the moment, I don't have a sourcing problem. My ASP is sitting around $44, $46. That's not an issue, because I can get stock when I want it. If I wanted to be able to say, I want to get $70 stock, I'd have to change my whole model. I'd have to go figure out how I'm going to do that. So that's not necessarily the quickest way to do this. My quickest way to actually increase profit is to have a lower cost of good. So finding more sources that have a lower cost of good, and to eliminate fluff in the business, fat in the business, where costs that don't need to exist, for instance. Now, that is starting to occur better and better. And if I share my running view over the last 6 months, how that profit has changed, the profit is continually, slowly increasing. And that's because processes are getting better, my staff are getting better, listing processes are getting better, sell-through rates getting better, all those different things. So that's helping it. Of course, I keep adding more cost as well, because I've got another storage unit, I'm having to expand. But if we can continue to replicate this now that I've got a good setup, and I don't have to add an additional storage unit, I don't have to add extra setup stuff, well, then potentially we can grow. I think the one thing that I need to do this financial year is, how do we continue to sell more and profit from that? And that's, as I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, is increasing listings, increasing the stuff that I'm selling, and making sure that it is good stuff that I'm selling. So that's really what's on my mind this week, just thinking about that. How do we get there? How do we look for that? I usually find that the first half of the financial year is me figuring things out, where I want to be going, what I want to be doing, and then it's get that into a groove. And then the second half of the financial year is when I can really put into action, kind of like what I've done last year. Obviously, the last 6 months have been my best 6 months I've ever done. But now I have to continue to do that as a baseline, and how do I elevate that? So figuring that out is never easy. I'm going to have some lunch, as I said before, but I just wanted to share that I'm running a business, and businesses have costs. I would love to take home all the money of $200,000. One day I will, but it's not this year, that's for sure. Nice big roll, fresh one from the bakery, actually. All right, ciao. All right, so we've got a couple of bundles going out here. Actually, we've sold a lot of jeans, but we've also sold quite a lot of shirts. And some of these I just listed the other night. This one I actually was photoing last week. I was showing you that. I actually wanted that myself. Anyway, we also got some phones and some Star Wars figures. And that's it, so not much. I'm going to be testing out this new software while I've got a little bit of time to do it, and see how it works. But essentially, rather than importing it into Australia Post, I import it through Interparcel. It gives me a few different options. I just haven't figured out my best workflow for it yet. So I'm just getting my headspace into that, but it seems to be pretty good. All right, we're all done. Testing out the software, a bit of a time waste, to be honest. Still haven't been able to get it to the way I want it to work. And I don't know, I know everyone does their postage probably a little bit different. The way we have always done our postage is we pick everything, like in order of actually what needs to go out. We then pack everything and we skew it based on the SKU, and then we print it and then just label it. And what I'm trying to achieve is I want to save time by, there's two things. I want to test the theory of being able to pick, pack, print at the same time, so we don't have to do it in batches. I feel like there could be a quicker win there, but there's too many buttons to press in Australia Post and this new tool. So then the alternative is to basically to get it all out and to be able to see on one screen the SKU information. So that way you don't have to click through, make adjustments on it. But if it's pulling the SKU out, I can look at one screen and just write the SKUs down on all of my parcels. Let's say there's 20 parcels, write them all down, and then I can just press print, and then I know where to put them very quickly. At the moment, you have to open up all 20 articles. You have to put in the SKU so that it prints out the SKU so you know where to put it. SKU. So you know which label to put it on. I feel like this should be like a very basic thing, because every warehouse or every business, I would expect, is picking from SKUs. I know some places pick from bins, so you know which bin it's come from, but the reference number on this tool is the customer ID. But the customer ID isn't going to be on my stock item, right? Like, I don't know. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. I think if we can do it, it would save us, on average, 30 seconds an order. And I'm not thinking about me, because I'm quicker than my other staff members, but I'm thinking if someone else is doing this, I want it to be quick and as efficient as possible. Anyway, this is all part of it. Trial and error. That's it. I'm going to do some more photos. Quick little update. Been doing all these trading cards. These little guys. Woo! There's like, I think there's 160 of them. You know, I'm up to, I think I just hit 38. Whew, just taking a break. I do it with the light off, actually, because I can have a bit more controlled lighting. So I'm just stretching. I'll get back to it. Hopefully get all these done today, and then we'll be trying to list them. Look, there's probably two ways we're going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list them all individually first. Bit of a job, because there is some bangers there, but the ones that aren't worth big bucks, I'm just going to set price them, and if people want them, they will pay it. But where I'll be able to make the money is where people purchase more than one, and they'll save on postage. And then hopefully someone comes through and just buys a whole bunch of them, and then I can just move them that way. And then after a while, if they're not moving, I will then start to just bundle them up and sell them. Oh, and it's nacho night tonight. Jeepers, I am done. They are all done. Took a little bit, and I also built up this little card holder here as well. So they'll be all going in here. They're all numbered, and I'll probably actually end up putting them in this section here. Jeepers, sore back now from doing that. But in total, we've done. So that hit like 90. It wasn't 160. I thought. Anyway, doesn't matter. There was 90 around there somewhere, and we did 35 of the clothings. So that's 125 listings today. Now, obviously, the cards are not big dollars. There is some of those cards that are anywhere between $60 and $80, whereas some of those cards are probably like $7. So, roller coasters. I'm gonna the photos are just uploading, getting that all synced through. I'm basically going to pack up now. It's 3:45. Good news, which is really annoying news at the same time. My van's ready. They just called me. They say I can come pick it up, but I'm not going to get there in time because I have to go to the hire car, drop the hire car off. Then they give me an Uber to the place to pick it up from, and they close in about 40 minutes. So it's just not possible. Which kind of moves things around a little bit, which means I'll be going there tomorrow, which means I won't be able to go to Backpacks because I'll have to go get that tomorrow. And I've got a couple appointments tomorrow as well, and then I'm going to the physio tomorrow. It's just everything all at once, but that's okay. It's all good. It's it's a good problem to have. So I'm gonna start to pack up, let those photos sync, and then go home. I've got to do some more admins. Tomorrow will be a bit of a roller coaster day, but it just means that Thursday will be not as stressful, because Thursday I thought that's when I was going to be picking up the van, and I was going to pick up the van, then I was going to have to go back to my post office to pick up all the supplies, which means now I can get those tomorrow. And then Thursday I'm also going to pick up Carla from the city, from the airport, but on the way into the airport I'm going to be doing a bit of a thrift day. Friday I'm not working, so it's a bit of a write-off kind of day. So tomorrow will be absolutely crucial that if I can get all my admins done in the morning, all the errands and all the running around, that I can come here Wednesday afternoon and bang out a few more listings to cover me for the rest of the week. I do have a bit of a draft bank, but that's starting to run low. And yeah, then my photographer is back on Tuesday, so back here working Tuesday. So, and I have to take my van in Tuesday as well for actual service. So it's never a dull day. All right, I'm gonna start packing up. Folks, and just like that, it was Wednesday. It's actually a bit late into the morning. It's about 10:30 now. I've just picked up the van, obviously, and it's good to have the bad boy back. They've done a nice little job fixing up the back. Got a new little tailgate and rear bar as well. Not too bad. So today, things are still going to be a little bit hectic today because I've got to do a physio appointment at 1 o'clock, which is about 10-15 minutes from the storage unit. So it's 10:30 now. I'm going back to the storage unit. I'll do a little bit of work. I've got a washing pickup tomorrow, so I've got to make sure that that's all prepped as well. So we're doing a little bit of focus of that, and then we'll go to the physio appointment, get all that done. That'll probably take an hour. Then we'll grab some lunch. Then we'll go back to the storage unit, finish up postage and all that jazz, and then that'll be it. So probably won't really get much photos done today. If I can, I will. I think we've got about 12 items to go out. I've had a couple of sales come through this morning, so I haven't really been paying attention, but yeah, a bit of a oddball of a day, to be honest. And then tomorrow, well, that's going to be a bit of a oddball day as well. So it is what it is. I'm going to go to the storage unit. I'll see you there in about 10 minutes. Okie dokie, folks. It's a bit cold in here. Just quickly pulled out everything that's got to go. I just cut another sale. So we've dropped down a fair bit. Yesterday was dead. The week's actually been pretty quiet, especially from last week since we had all those INADs. So it is a bit nerve-wracking, but checking everything. I've even checked with eBay. There's nothing more to do on my side. Everything looks healthy. Everything looks good. It's probably just a timing and coincidence kind of thing, but it is what it is. So we're back down to 72,481, and we've got 17 orders going out today. We've got some R.M. Williams. We've got a lot of Western stuff. This is the little Blink-182 shirt that I got the other day. That sold pretty quick. I think I underpriced it. This one's gone for $100 over. I think it's going to the US. Not too bad. And a couple of bundles of Tommy's and a couple of bundles of True Religion. And I did actually just sell some trading cards. I've got to get them out actually. What are they? And they've gone for $100 as well. Well, sorry, $91. E422. I'll get them out. E422. E422. It's down here somewhere. Probably. Oh, actually, no. It's going to be over here. E422. A bit lower. E4. It should be in here. Give me a second. Didn't read the SKU properly. They were in a box, not in the individual boxes, or it is already boxed up, ready to go. So these are some G.I. Joe cards. They're gone international. I think there's, can't remember how many are here. It's probably 100 cards, probably a bit more. Yeah. Not too bad. I'm not going to start packing this yet. I've just got it all out, so it's good to go. I'm going to go do some shirts because I've got the washing pickup tomorrow, and basically do that till I got to leave, which is around 12:30, and then we'll come back and we'll do the pick, pack, and post after that. Yeah. Okay, we are halfway done. I'm gonna just quickly go start to pack up because I've got to go nick out to my physio appointment. Then we'll be back here. I'll have some lunch while I'm out. I'm gonna get some Subway, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up for the day. So I'll see you when I'm eating Subway probably. All right, team, we're back. Gonna have some Subway, and then we've got to do some pick, pack, and post. Physio went well. Still got a lot of work to do, but good news is I'm allowed to do my trail run this weekend, so that's good news. And see how things go, and obviously just take it easy, but step in the right direction. He was working on my back. It's sore now, but it's a good kind of sore. I'm gonna eat this. It's already 2:30, so I need to get this done. I need to eat this, and then I got to do a pick, pack, and post, and then I got to finalize the washing bags for tomorrow's pickup. So quite a few little things. Let's get cracking. You thought I wasn't gonna show you the Subway, didn't you? I wouldn't do that to you. Look at this. So another Italian BMP with some avocado as well. Beautiful. I love this bond we have. All right, just one more bite, and then I'm going to actually eat this by myself. Cheers. This is a nice little win. This is a silver tab from the 90s Levi's, and it's called silver tab because it has silver tab on it. And these have gone for, locally, $115.20. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Definitely be on the lookout for silver tabs. All right, postage is all done. Now I'm going to do some more shirts, basically till I gotta go. And we're done. All ready for tomorrow. I'm out of here. It's 4:09. I've got to go to the post office to pick up some stuff, personal stuff. So I'll drop that off there. And tomorrow is going to be a bit of an interesting one too, but you'll find that out tomorrow. Ciao. And folks, it was Thursday just like that. It actually feels like Friday, to be honest. I'm a bit out of whack. It's a bit of a crazy day today, all in a good sense. So it's just about 9 o'clock now. I've just left home. I've got to go to my local post office. They've finally got the big delivery of all the stock, all the supplies that I ordered. So I'm gonna go pick that up. Then I'm gonna come back home. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of stuff because I'm going to going away for the weekend, for the long weekend, and I'm gonna get all that ready. And then I'm gonna be at the storage unit by 10. But I also have to do another pickup on the way. A lot of back-to-back things happening at once. Never a dull day. Then we'll be at the storage unit, get the washing pickup, then we'll do a pick, pack and post. We can kind of take our time then, don't have to worry about stressing or anything. It's really just getting there on time. And then once we've done the pick, pack and post, we will likely just head on out to do we've got to basically go to the other side of the city, got to go to Melbourne. So we'll do a bit of a thrift along the way. I can't check in until about 2-3 o'clock anyway. I really just want to be on that side of town before, you know, just on the afternoon side of things, so I'm not having to worry about peak hour traffic and things like that. And I don't pick up Carla till, jeepers, not till about 11 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be a long, big day. And then tomorrow we'll just be catching up, taking our time. We'll go down to Torquay, down there for a trail run. So lots happening. It's never a dull day, but it feels like Friday. So I'm super excited to obviously see Carla, and a lot to happen before then. So going to be an in and out kind of day. I'm probably actually not going to be filming much of the thrifting today, like for you guys, because I'm going to do that for another video, which will actually come out in a couple of days after this video anyway. So, all right, I'll see you in a jiffy. Just as I'm bringing up this, the washing lady has arrived, so it's all happening. Let's go. What a morning. Japers. Alright, so I've got all this and I got all that, and I actually still have more. It still hasn't all arrived yet, so I'm going to get the rest Monday hopefully. Alright, so I'm going to just quickly stack this away in the back corner somewhere, and then we're going to do a pick, pack and post. So we've got some large stuff, we've got just the everyday stuff. I also got some extra large boxes because with all the bundles I've been getting, that makes my life a little bit easier, and stocked up on more boats. Alright, let me sort this. Whew. Alright team, we've got 13 orders to go out. Probably can't see that too well, and we're on 72,283. So we have been dropping down a little bit, which is a little frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm going to get these orders out, a lot of jeans by the looks of it, and then pack it up, and then might do a little bit of admin here, and then we'll be heading off to go thrifting. All right, we've got a lot of jeans going out actually. Jeans. There's a couple of shirts in there too. Excuse me. Oh, this cold air is shocking. This has gone international actually. after fees, after taxes and after postage that they've paid $190 for this. I'll probably only see about, I think for me, I've sold it at 99 plus the postage, and then they've paid a fair bit of tax on it. But anyway, good on them, good on them. So that's that, and then got some iPads going out, and a MacPack hoodie. So nothing too crazy, but just consistent bread and butter. I'm gonna get packing. Okie dokie, we are all done, all packed and ready to go. What I will do is actually I'm going to nick over to the Salvos. I'll bring you along, just because I said that I'm not taking you sourcing with me. That'll be in a different video. But what I will do is we'll go on to Salvos, see what we can find, give you a little hit right now, and then I'll start the video for when I do the other ones a bit later. I'm actually hoping that an Amazon order arrives at home, and when I go to post, because I got to drop this off at the post, that it arrives, and I'll pick that up before I actually head into the city. But looks like it's not gonna, but we'll see. Timing is everything, hey? All right, so let's go to Salvos and see what we can find. Well, team, got diddly squat. There was a couple of things there that I did have a look at. There was actually some cricket pants, but they just weren't very good condition, and they wanted like 17 bucks. So I decided a no on those, which is okay. Don't need to get something every time. Hopefully we'll get some stuff later today though. So that's pretty much a wrap of the video, folks, for the whole week. Because I don't think I'll be doing any work tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with Carla, and we'll be driving down to Torquay and down to down that way. So look, it's been a bit of a quiet week in the sense of doing anything. I haven't really done anything crazy, just been putting in the reps, and with my worker away, it does obviously take a bit of a toll on the business when I'm trying to build the business so I don't have to be doing stuff. So you know, it is what it is. We've gotten plenty done this week. Looking forward to next week, of course, having my photographer back. So look, if anything else pops up, you'll see it, that I want to share, but otherwise it's probably just closing off for the week. Obviously I won't post tomorrow. I'll post on Monday for all the week, for the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to go drop these packages off at the post office, and then I'm going to be heading into the city where I'll be doing my filming of the sourcing fodder episode. So appreciate you all being here. If you did have any questions, do let me know. Otherwise we're going to wrap up the week. Ciao. So there you go. That is the week. In my headspace, it wasn't anything special. There was a lot of moving pieces, and I felt like I actually didn't really get a lot done. And actually this week, to be honest, personally, I have felt like things just haven't been perfect this week. And when I say perfect, obviously nothing can be perfect, but I just haven't felt like at the top of my game. I haven't felt like we've achieved the top results that we possibly can achieve in the business. And some of that has probably come because I didn't have my photographer around. I wasn't necessarily working as much as I normally would in the business, but I did lose a little bit of motivation. And I think it's important, and that will come into the lessons, but I think it's always important to make sure that we are understanding where we are, pulse checking, and have a good little reality check of how you're feeling and things like that. So the first lesson that I kind of wanted to touch on for this week was, you know, how much I actually really value my photographer. Not saying I didn't think that I valued my photographer, but how much I've realized that how much I rely on them and how much I really enjoy them being part of the business. Now, number one, I never want to take that for granted, but I've realized that how much, yes, I rely on them a lot, but how much I enjoy them doing their things that they do more than me doing them. So when I first started doing photos, before I even had a photographer, you know, I had my set ways of doing things, and this was the way I liked to do it. But now I miss when they're doing the photos, because I find that the photos are just not as good quality. I find that the process is just not as good, and they just do an amazing job. And now I want that as my core of, you know, or I guess the core or the base minimum of how the photos should be done. And that's a really good compliment to them. And, you know, reflecting, and I did talk about this in the video briefly, but, you know, I've spent just shy of $25,000 in wages for them. And that's generated over $215,000 in opportunity, but $97,000 of that has actually come to life, meaning we've sold $97,000 worth of sales from stuff that they photographed. And that tells me that obviously they're doing an amazing job, and they are doing an amazing job. my point here is that can't take that for granted, and it helps me reflect of like how I want the business to be going forward. I am not the savior for this business. I am not the one that's going to make this business 100% successful. Yes, I'm going to be able to drive the business where I want it to go, direct the business where I want it to go, and bring in those different problem-solving moments and things like that. But in the long run, other people should be making those decisions. Other people should be able to help drive the business where we want it to be as well. So that's just been a nice little reflection. Obviously, that's a bit longer term down the line, but it does give me that sense of whether it's foresight or understanding that this is a big step for me. Because I remember when I first brought people into the business, letting go is very hard, but it's now the best thing that I've ever done. So it's just nice to be able to reflect on that and just, take that, whether it's a lesson, not necessarily, it's more of a learning and really just soaking in that learning. The other thing for this week was I did feel a bit of a lull. Like there's been some really, like I had one of my lowest days that I've had in 6 months this week, which always does my head in, even though I think I did one day of $1,100 and then the next day I did like 136. And that plays with your head mentally, but it's part of it. I mean, I've gone through that process so many times, yet it still does not get comfortable with me. But there was a whole bunch of different challenges this week because I had to, go sort out my van, had to exchange cars. I had a physio appointment for my injury, all these different things that I was doing. And I just didn't feel that I was able to do my best. However, stepping away from that, I think it's been great. And I took some time off. Carla and I picked her up Thursday, went down to Torquay and Anglesey, and we did a trail run down there. But we just caught up and just been able to relax and just switch off. And I was able to share some of the things that I've been dealing with, trying to solve problems and things, and bouncing those different ideas with Carla makes a huge difference because she's able to look at it from a completely different perspective. And that's a game changer, 100% game changer. So being able to take that time away, it's now given me some fresh ideas, some fresh perspective, and a chance to regroup and, go back into the start of this FY and really hit the ground running. One thing that I didn't do this year, one thing I haven't really done in lead up to this new financial year is I haven't spent some time in setting out goals. I haven't set all my goals in detail. Carla did ask me, and I think I've nearly got them ready to put on paper and really start to dive into. Obviously, knowing what I've done this year, I want to take that and run with it and then do that as a bare minimum. But what are we turning that into for the new FY? Now, I'll be talking about goals over the coming weeks and what does that look like, but not in this episode. So make sure you do subscribe and follow along if you do want to know a bit more of what I'm trying to achieve here for the next FY. So that's the lessons. A lot to take away. Again, kind of felt a little bit off this week, but hopefully we can make up for it in the coming week. Speaking of the week, how have we gone for dollars? So this week, it's been that roller coaster motion, ups and downs, swings and roundabouts. We've only done about 91 sales at the time of me recording this, which is actually 8:13 p.m. in the evening. So we'll probably still get a few more sales to come through for the week. And hopefully we will hit some of the targets that I'm trying to achieve. But at the time of this video, we're sitting on $4,489.68. I will put up on screen what is the final result when I'm editing this, which will be straight after this anyway. So look, it's been a pretty good week in terms of ASP. Average sale price, $49. We just haven't had volume, and I've had a lot of cancellations and a lot of lowball offers coming through. And I think it's just the season, time of the year, and things like that. So not too concerned by it. We charge on regardless. Now, in terms of how the month is kicking off for July 2024, we're on the first 7 days of the month. I'm a little bit behind schedule of where I would like to be, but we're actually still doing very, very well. We are sitting on $4,489, which is obviously how much we've done for the week. But the good thing is net profit is we're sitting on 24.74%. Now, obviously, I haven't had to pay my usual wages this week, and there's a few other expenses that haven't occurred just yet into this month yet. So it'll be interesting to see where this month lands as we go into the new financial year. I am trying to change up a few of my metrics to try and increase that net profit margin. Always easier said than done, though. So, but if you want to find out how I go and how I plan to do it and what that looks like on a monthly basis, then make sure you do follow along. If you have any questions, comments about any of all this, by all means, please do jump down below. More than happy to continue that conversation. And I really appreciate all those that have been commenting, asking questions, interacting, whether it's sending me a DM and getting, in contact, because sometimes the best way we can learn is by asking a question, but also challenging things. And I did have a couple of people reach out, and I've had some amazing ideas from some other people, which I'll talk a bit later in another video about, how I can manage some storage a bit more and things like that. So very grateful for that, and I encourage it. It's been really good. So thank you so much. Hope you're all doing well. I hope the FY25 is kicked off strong for yourself, and we'll be back here next week doing it all again. So in the meantime, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.